Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Nexus Gaming Series. I'm going to be your caster, your host, your second best boy, your announcer, your analyst, your admin, your observer. I guess caster, maybe. We're going to be catching a heroic division matchup here for the Nexus Gaming Series, and we're kicking off Season 8 with some great teams here. We are going to be having the members of Anti-Clown Association on the left and Chicken Nuggets on the right. Gonna see them tendies popping off here, but bans are flying through. I'm sure you're going to be wanting to know exactly how we got to Infernal Shrines. The members of Chicken Nuggets were, ACA lost the coin flip. That gave priority over to Chicken Nuggets, who opted for map pick priority. They banned out Curse Hollow as well as Volskaya Foundry. The members of Anti-Clown Association banned out Sky Temple and Braxis Holdout. Infernal Shrines will be our first map chosen by the members of Chicken Nuggets. Let's get back into our draft and let's check out what we have for bans thus far. Abathur and Joan on the left, and we have a Maiev and an Ana on the right-hand side. Uther very early going to be grabbed here on the side of Anti-Clown Association. It usually takes me like a minute or two to like cycle from like, oh, the last left team was this, now they're this. Like, it takes me a couple seconds, but we'll catch up. Party Time is not the team on the left anymore, but we do see an Ariel and a Junkrat going to be grabbed for the members of Chicken Nuggets. I like this quite a bit. Ariel and Junkrat, really good control that Ariel provides, as well as Junkrat with the kind of same control. Poke value is very strong as well, and then you just have him also displacement and vision provided from the Steel Trap, as well as the Concussion Mine, the Steel Trap with the Chattering Teeth, as well as the Sticky Wicket. While the Sticky Wicket did have a 0.5 second nerf on the Silence Time, is still very strong and is a very good zoning tool. Stukov will be grabbed here with a Hanzo, so we're 100% going into main tank Uther territory. With the Stukov as your main support, Hanzo going to be rotating through. This is probably going to be Explosive Arrow Hanzo as well, due to the fact that they need Shrine Clear and Wave Clear. When we're looking at this, I would actually expect a Kerrigan ban here. Unless they plan to take it themselves, a Kerrigan ban is really, really strong. The reason being is because Uther and Kerrigan pair very well together, and this is one of her strongest maps when she can race through the shrine and she can be aggressive with the Uther. But it's going to be a Medivh. They want to get rid of that right there, which I don't think they would have Medivhed, because that would have meant that it would have been like a hyper carry Hanzo with something else in the solo lane. So I'm not 100% sold on that right there. Here to root for the boys. What's up, Kelser? How you doing, bud? These companies don't want to spend $1 zillion managing reports with 100% accuracy. Sometimes trolls win. It's unfortunate, but it's life. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much drama to all that background stuff, and I'm like, I see it, I know it's there, I acknowledge it, and I have conversations. But obviously, this isn't the place to have those conversations. But yeah, no, it sucks is my general consensus as we get into the Thrall Diablo for the members of Chicken Nuggets. Due to abides. Oh my god, I was just talking to you. What's up? Thanks for coming by, bud. Good. Thank you for cheering on your friends. Last two picks. I still like the Kerrigan here. Something in the solo lane does need to be picked up as well. Leoric wouldn't be horrible. Ooh, I like this Blaze, because that way you're giving yourself more opportunities to chain CC. You got the Righteous Hammer from Uther. You have the Jet Propulsion from Blaze to start out the engagement. You have the Righteous Hammer from Uther for a stun. You then have the Impale from the Kerrigan, as well as the Up Evil? That sounds wrong. No, that's the Cho'Gall heroic, but you have the pull from, it's like that's Primal Grasp is, I believe, the actual, no, I think it's Primal Grasp. Anyways, the CC train coming out from them is huge. And, D.Va to round this out? Are we serious? I haven't seen a D.Va game in 87 years, roughly 87 years. The game's only been out for about 4 or 5, 87 years. I'm so excited about this D.Va, I'm not gonna lie. I keep forgetting Workhorses right there, and it keeps catching me off guard. There's so much value from just these well, three. I actually made 3 of them from these 3 cutouts that I made. I gotta make more of these. I really do. I gotta find people to cut out. I think Totski's on that list for sure. And my heater has been heating the bottom of this, and it's just hot tea. Oh my god. Whew. Alrighty. we are going to be getting into game number 1 in our final best of 3 of the evening. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for supporting. I really appreciate all being here. All the raids, all the gifted subs as well as the resubs. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the stream. And I love you all very much. And glad to be casting some wonderful games once again for all of you. I mean, I haven't not, but just Nexus Gaming Series. It's got a place in my heart. Let's go ahead and get on into game number 1. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Anti-Clown Association. Ray going to be on the Blaze. Savo going to be on the Stukov. Quantum is going to be on the main tank Uther. Got Filth is going to be on the Kerrigan, and Jet will be on the Hanzo. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Chicken Nuggets. Eden is going to be on, or excuse me, Etan is going to be on the Diva. Honestable, I think, is going to be on the Diablo. Drunk Dwarf will be on the Thrall. In the bottom lane, we've got August on the Ariel and Houdini on the Junkrat. Let's get into mid lane and see what our first objective, or excuse me, first engagement is going to be looking like. First objective will be announced, I believe, at like the 1 minute mark. We should actually see it pop up in lane. Hanzo is going into the target practice at level 1, which is, as we talked about in draft, makes a lot of sense. Kerrigan not going for the, I believe she has a questing talent at level 1, so unfortunately just not being a team player and picking up a questing talent as well as the rest of the team. But Thrall made up for it. Like, the slot for Thrall makes up for it, so I guess we'll call it even on that one. Thrall did go into Echo of the Elements at level 1, so makes sense because they are going to be in that solo lane position. Also going to be trying to put some aggression into Ray in this top lane. I don't think they get that because the Jet Propulsion does get them out of there, but that was a very kind of mom spaghetti moment, if you will. Thrall is your bae. Thrall's a good boy, and he works with almost every composition. You can put him in with the majority of compositions, and I think he works really, really well. And he's got a lot to offer, even with his heroic choices. Like, between Sundering and Earthquake, I think there's a great pick rate between the two, at least from what I've seen in the games that I've casted. Earthquake, you know, there's a lot of synergies that you're building around there. Sometimes you see Earthquake with a Phoenix because you have the Purification Salvo. Sometimes you just see the raw Sunder, so that way you can split the enemy team physically, instead of having to kind of step up into that backline and try and split them, you know, as just actually peeling them apart. So just physically splitting them like that offers a lot of moments where you can try and potentially get a kill, but that will be the Diablo able to make it out alive right there. But very, very, I wouldn't say very, very risky, but just a little bit on the lower side of their health pool. Peeking on down into this bottom lane, it is just going to be Houdini. Oh, they nice Tainment Strike going to be forced in the back. We do have the Primal Grasp and as well as the Impale, and they find that right there. Let's actually, I'm curious because I feel like I have this wrong. Let's go ahead and take a peek at this. So it is going to be Primal Grasp. Impaling Blades is what it is. Okay, we're learning stream. All right, as I said, Stukov, no. Kerrigan's the only one without a quest. No, she does. She says level 4 questing. Sorry, I'm trying to find someone that doesn't have a questing so it doesn't show up in the bottom left right over there. I think the NGS logo blocks it, but either way, we're just looking for clean stream. First objective will be Mortar in mid lane, going to be announced in the next 5 seconds or so. We do have Camp in bottom lane, going to be grabbed and pushing that up right there. No 7 talents on either side, but we are a little early. Let's go ahead and look through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what the early game numbers have looked like. We've looked at talents for quite some time. We'll be able to look at those as the shrine pops up, but during this time, we have had a lot of camps grabbed by the members of Anti-Clown Association, mid, bottom, and now going to be having top lane pressure coming in. The positional factor for Chicken Nuggets should be kind of in their favor. When I say that, I mean the shrine activating. They're all going to be in the shrine, ready to go and ready to steal these skeletal defenders away, whereas the enemy team's gonna have to try and step up into them. So just kind of having this positioning ahead of time is pretty powerful. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of show as much as we can here, as this is going to be our first major engagement of the game. We'll keep an eye on those numbers as they are going to be changing rapidly throughout this fight, but we will see stats, or excuse me, the talents pop up just before 7, if not during it right there, as that's going to be a great Diva mech, or excuse me, boost, just to be able to force them back as they were trying to get that dive, that blow up onto a couple members. And that was what I was talking about in the draft. You have the Jet Propulsion from the Blaze to start, you have Kerrigan follow up, you have the Righteous Hammer from the Uther as well. So just denying a lot of that with the Diva is really, really powerful, and I'm liking it because they're just using it just boosting constantly into the enemy team. And this is a nice overpower onto the Uther, who does get the, that's great Tainment Strike as well. There was a Righteous Hammer that came out. Concussion Mine will be the Diva mech doesn't get the explosion in time. I thought that Eden was going to be able to. They get a healing from Ariel, but they end up going down. Another kill in favor for the members of Anti-Clown Association, as this is Diablo going down. No souls to reset as they're at 59, and this is first Mortar Punisher picked up. Actually, eventually First Mortar Punisher will be picked up by the members of Chicken Nuggets. I thought they got this. I'm Potate. Camp in top lane really got a lot of value during this first engagement, taking down the front gate right there. We will be seeing that the mid lane probably going to be losing a little damage on the gate, but they're actually going to be staying in lane, trying to keep the Punisher from jumping forward and just sieging into this. Actually saving. They're going to take... I don't know. I can't caster math 4,000 damage on just their gate. Like, not even a tower taking damage right there. What's up, Valk? How you doing, bud? Demon Machine blocking some letters. No, you just sent them too quickly. Yeah. Uther does go down. There was the Diva mecha explosion, but they still find the old man right there. I guess not that old. Alrighty. Ray back into top lane. 10 talent here rounding the corner soon for both these teams, about a level and a half or so. Next objective will be in the bottom lane. It will be Frozen Punisher. We can actually see it on the mini map right there. The Punisher, it went down somewhere around the 5-minute mark in the game, and I believe it's a 2-minute 30-second counter total. I think it's 2 minutes to the announcement, 2:30 to when it actually pops up again. So we're looking somewhere around, I think, the 7:30 mark in the game when we will be seeing a next objective. Drunk Dwarf finds Ray, but I don't think they're trying to play too aggressive into each other. Ray is just trying to let the wave step up into them so they can force the enemy team to rotate further into the lane, so that way maybe a friendly member can come up and gank them. But unfortunately, they need to continue to rotate because they want to find that 10 talent here. So Ray is just kind of freezing the wave and just playing this very, very slow. And it makes sense. It makes absolute sense. If you can't win out against the member or the hero you're going up against, this is a great way to slow play it. Man, Buttspot is just slow this evening. It's only like triggered twice. Watching while I help my daughter fall asleep. I hope your daughter falls asleep. I hope my soothing casting can put her to sleep. Maybe they'll just be like, oh man, this is just boring, like, done, KO, out. Can you come tuck me into it? Exactly, Lazy Hydra. Valk, are you doing rotations this evening? Or are you just gonna tuck in everyone in chat? What's up, John Knight? How you doing, bud? 10s are up on both sides. Diablo holding. Gonna be Apocalypse. Nothing really too out of the ordinary. Divine Storm for the Uther, but in this situation, you could see Divine Shield because you have the Maelstrom from the Kerrigan, but no, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense to me. So they're gonna be able to lock him down and blow him up. Well, I say that, but we'll actually see if that'll be the case. Punisher will be popping up here, as I said, 7:30, so I was right on my timers, and so we will be able to see Frozen Punisher, second one of the game. Who's going to be able to grab that right there? Stun onto the Diva Mech, but this is just Diva Mech. The Primal Grasp grabs them as well, but now they turn around. Oh, Divine Storm was used. Unfortunately, they don't grab Drunk Dwarf. They did have the massive shift onto Diva because they didn't want the Diva Mech explosion to zone them away during this fight, but that's exactly what's going to be happening right now. As she's just about to be able to finish that charge. Diablo does pop the Apocalypse. A couple members are getting cornered, but they don't end up getting caught by it. Crystal Aegis will be going out as well. Jet Propulsion from the Blaze was just a follow-up, but it was not quick enough. Souls from Diablo were ripped. You can see that they have the 1-second death timers. They're going to be back up and alive already, and now we have our shrine activatable. Kerrigan did finish the sharpened blades at level 4. Deco, what's up, bud? Oh, hi there, Streamcaster. How you doing, friend? Thanks for coming by. Stun out from Uther onto Drunk Dwarf, who's trying to make their way out of here. Is going to be able to do that with the Wind Fury. Diva Mech is up and available if they want to try and use that explosion. Chattering Teeth going to be going on into a couple of these members, and it's pretty close when it comes to the race, a little bit more so in favor for our blue side. Anti-Clown Association a little more so on the point. Stukov will rotate out, going to grab well, pre-tap and get ready for what they're expecting to be an engagement from the enemy team, but if they're going to go in on this, they need to go now because it's 33 and rising for Anti-Clown Association. There's the Diva Mecha explosion, just trying to throw it into that corner. Ray is in a bit of a rough spot. Pops the Unstoppable, so they're able to get out a little bit faster, but this looks like it will be third objective going over to the members of Anti-Clown Association because there's a great centering from the Thrall. There was a concussion mine to throw them back. They do finish this out, but they end up losing their Kerrigan. They might lose their Uther during all this as well. Great Hanzo arrow as well. That Dragon Dragon Arrow is going to be able to buy them some extra time as Ariel does go down, Uther does go down. Punisher's in bottom lane, by the way. It's just currently doing Punisher things while the rest of the teams are going to be battling it out. D.Va is in her pilot form, which is going to be having a lot of DPS. Like, she does a lot of very, very, very quick damage here. So whittling down this Amora, you can actually see it right there. It's not the biggest thing in the world. Like, it doesn't seem like the biggest thing in the world, but like her damage in pilot form is really, really good. Not much while I was at work. Amazon delivery van hit my car today. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I hope you're okay though. I hope it wasn't anything like major bad. It's my problem with Bahamas streams. It's like caffeine. So, I'm glad that I don't put people to sleep. That's always good to know. I shared my side of it. Oh, okay. That's something else. Whew, 13's up. Got a little bit of a pressure coming through mid lane. Punisher was cleared out in bottom, did get fort. Stun coming through from Uther onto this Diablo, who does get pulled in a little bit, just gonna be pushed around back and forth. 41 souls sitting on them for now. Devastating charge was picked up at 13, so they are gonna be looking for those 5, I believe. Yeah, 5 charges into walls. I was in the car, but the car is still oh, that's good. Okay. It's just a massive inconvenience. It's just, I get that, yeah. It's that holiday time though. Those Amazon delivery drivers, they gotta hit their deliveries on time. Sorry, I'm just trying to drink some water here. But we're in a bit of a lull of the game right now. Both teams are just kind of waiting for the next objective. We'll be top lane. I didn't look at the death timer or the time when the Punisher went down the last one, but if I were to, I think we're somewhere around like the 12:30 mark in the game is when we should be seeing our next objective. I feel like it's not too far off. We've been having some rotations around the map pretty consistently. If not 12:30 I think is what we're looking in game time. Either way. We do have one fort that went down in bottom lane. Everything else, structure-wise, is pretty healthy. Do you have another stream after ours on Wednesday? I don't know. I'll have to look at my calendar. Quotas? There you go, Carpe Felis. Thank you. My car is not a delivery. It should not have been the thing on the hit. Yeah, exactly. Gotta fill up that Vezoa. Oh yeah, just trying to get you. If anything, you should just get like a bunch of gift cards from Amazon. I mean, you can't. I don't think you can pay like a body shop with Amazon gift cards, but anyways, Kerrigan's gonna pop the Maelstrom. They're gonna try and dive in. Divine Storm coming out as well. That's gonna be the Crystal Aegis onto the Diablo. There's a lot of damage onto August, who ends up going down right there. They find the Diablo kill regardless. Full death timer on that as they do not have souls. That is going to be the Sundering from Thrall to buy them some time. Jet Propulsion from the Blaze is going to be slowing them down. Kerrigan with the Primal Grasp as well as the Sharpened Blades, excuse me, the Impaling Blades. They find themselves a fort. They find 3 kills. Anti-Clown Association, if anything, I would say rotate your Kerrigan out and then continually push through top lane. And that's exactly what they're. This is why I love Kerrigan on a map like this. She can solo the Shrine. If you don't have Kerrigan, oftentimes you saw things like Sonya doing this. And this is a play that I really, really love teams going for. There's 3 down the opposing side. This is what you do in your own games. Once you see these members coming back to life, you then back off. What they're doing is they're soft pushing this front gate, and they took out the side wall. This means that when the Punisher comes through the top lane, the Punisher jumps over the wall as it typically gets baited. They're going to be able to sidestep through this wall and then dive onto whoever gets dove upon by the Punisher. That's why you're also seeing the steel trap thrown out right there. Jet Propulsion from the Blazes. We have another Crystal Aegis onto the D.Va in the mech form. Boost over to Savo as they're trying to split them from the friendly team. They have the weighted pustule on themselves. Yeah, they know they're going down, so they put the silence down on the ground. Meanwhile, Kerrigan, just doing Kerrigan things. Ravage, yeah, they pulled a Ravage over to the Diablo. That was actually really, really good for them. I don't think the Mecha would have killed them, but still, just taking that damage. Ooh, that was a very good boost out from D.Va as well, just to take that jump from the Punisher, but Diablo gets picked off 90 souls, so no revive, 40 seconds onto them. Boost gonna be coming out from D.Va as well. Kerrigan, I think she actually popped Maelstrom right there. It's on a very high timer. It's like 90 seconds overall. Yes, 76 seconds. So this is the sidewall step up I was just talking about. Excuse me, the Hanzo just finishing out their level 1 just because they haven't been able to, I think they might not have been able just to poke at the Diva, who was the last one. Mech does go down, pilot form getting pulled back in, Punisher saying hello, and that is John Cena saying, no, that's going to be a dead Diva, staggering out of death. They grab the top lane keep. The question that I have for the members of Anti-Clan Association is, can they end the game? Crystal Aegis comes out as well. Thrall goes down right there as the Sundering is going to be ending at... Just as they go down, they'll be throwing out the Sunder. Doesn't look like they want to end here. So they're going to back off. Move in through mid lane and set up for the next Punisher. We're looking at somewhere in the... caster math. 17-20 area, I think, is our next Punisher, so keep an eye on that one. Somewhere around like the 17-minute mark, we'll be getting our announcement, then in 30 seconds after that one. Anyways, gonna grab this camp. A little more pressure for mid lane. Next Punisher isn't shown, but they either expect it mid or bottom. I believe the... Yeah, we haven't had a mid one for a while, so this is going to be mid lane Punisher popping up next, because I believe the one before the last was in bottom lane, and they're going to dive around. This Diablo's just trying to play around the fort, but they say that's too bad. We're going to rip your souls, and they get the kill on Diablo. Souls reset once again. This bunker going to actually be shredding into the fort itself, and they get that right there, and they're going to try and open up mid lane a little bit further. Once again, same premise as top lane, as you want to try and take out the sidewall, open up opportunities for your team to be aggressive during the Punisher phase. Stun comes out onto E10. They're trying to make their way out. South is going to be there as well. There's a Sundering out from the Thrall. Divine Storm going to be coming out. On top of that, they have the Dragon Arrow. This is going to be Diablo smooshing the Uther into the wall. Way to Pusto being finished out as Diablo goes down. No souls to bring them back, so it's a 1-for-1 thus far. Uther does have some ghost heals for the friendly team, and they do have 20, so Redemption was picked. I just saw the swirl around them as Thrall ends up going down. Jet Propulsion from the Blaze looking for maybe another kill. A massive shove trying to push E10 into the water, into the wall. Not going to be able to get that kind of corner push for the dive, but they rotate into top lane to push this up with the Bruiser camp, potentially. What's up, Jinxie? How you doing, friend? Yikes, John Knight. Shout out to Valk's mom, yes. Always shout out to Valk's mom. Thank you so much, Jinxie Cat, for the 69 bits. I appreciate that, friend.
Team's core is under attack.
Feeling like Diablo should have been full W. Playing Diablo into this comp as a monk as it feels bad. Yeah, it's a little rough go. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit of a rough go this evening for them, but hey, it's a best of 3 series. Jet's level 7. This is what I've been seeing a lot of players go for actually with this build. If you really... I'm a chicken nugget fanboy. I mean, aren't we all? Alrighty. Shrine activating. Mortar Punisher is being... Yeah, they need to step up onto this. They do have 20 talent tiers themselves, and I think that's all they wanted. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get into our... What could be the final one. There's also... Look at top lane pressure, look at bottom lane pressure. Top lane could potentially end the game if they delay this out long enough. Diablo taking a lot of damage. Divine Storm comes out as there's the Crystal Aegis just in time. Massive shove forces the Diablo away. Earthquake... Excuse me, Sundering came out from the Thrall as there is going to be a mech explosion from the Diva. Ray taking a lot of damage. Just popped the bunker. Tries to throw a little bit of damage out. Hanzo finds that last... Actually, it was Blaze who finds the last little bit of damage. Jet hops over the wall, finds the snipe onto Ariel right there as there was, I believe... Oh, there was the Dragon Strike. I was like, why did I see a giant explosion but no Diva mech? There we go. Yeah, that's exactly why. Stun from Uther onto E10. They're trying to make their way out of here. Righteous Hammer does... Oh, no, they don't have the CDR, so never mind. Thrall finish out, Echo the Elements. Look at top lane. This is what I was talking about. Like, this will go down, but it does push up the catapults with it, so that really allows them to consistently siege in there. But speaking of siege, Mortar Punisher picked up. They're going to be able to push this on through mid lane. I think they're going to be able to grab themselves. They're grabbing a keep, and they might be going for core. There's 2 dead on the opposing side. This is really risky. Diava is going to be trying to get in here as they actually lose their mech instantaneously. Eaton's trying to make their way out. I think there should be enough dive onto them. They go down. Mortar Punisher moving on it over to the core right here on the right-hand side. Hanzo with the arrow just narrowly misses. Play of the game still comes in. They find the Sundering from Thor on the back line. The Junkrat goes down. Diablo dives in. Kerrigan goes down to the Mayhem value. Divine Storm onto Drunk Dwarf as the Punisher just goes ahead and says, I'll end the game for all of you if you want to just keep battling it out. But that will be game 1 going over to the members of Anti-Clan Association. GG. Well played. Woo! Here comes the train. Jinxie, thank you for the 69 bits.
Nice work, Bone Daddy. Nice work, Bone
Day,
Daddy.
thank you for the 69 bits.
Bahamu 10H.
I drank water wrong. Excuse me. All right. I think we're better. I had a coughing fit. Water went down the wrong pipe. Woo! Oh boy. Thank you, O'Day, for the 69 bits. Dear Lord. I did not know drinking water can be that terrible. Ugh. All right, let's show talents. Whew. I can't wait to spend 3,000 plus shards on train mounts. Yo, those train mounts are 1,000% worth it. Everyone who's on a team needs to have that as their team mount. My wife's boyfriend. Thank you for the follow as well. Whew. Water almost killed the streamer. All right, left side team scores updated. Oops, nope, that's not what I want to do. Let's also get a poke out to Houdini, I believe, is the one that I need to reach out to. Stay alive, Bahamut? Yeah. I feel I was about to die right there. Ooh. 8 death Diablo deaths, or 8 death Diablo Pepe hands. Mm-hmm. That's updated. I still believe in nuggets. Hey, all choked up day. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Oh, okay. That answers things way quicker. Okay. Like, quality of life significantly improved. All right, custom game, this map. That was won by them. This is picked up by Bat Manager. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, my friend. Glad you're enjoying stream. Picked by you. Game number 2. All right. Make observer, ref, tournament, no match, team 1. And I'm going to get Houdini in here first. Swap. I contacted Shredded. He had homework, days and days of homework. Tell Houdini I said hi and I love him. Here, let me do this. I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna put it in draft chat. The only difference is I'm watching Baham instead of analyzing DNA strands. How do you analyze DNA strands? That's what I want to know. Water going down the wrong pipe is the biggest feel bad. Yeah, I'm glad that I wasn't on stream so you didn't see my face in my panicked moment where I just like... Butted Wind, get back to homework. You heard it first here. Butted Wind, get back to homework. E10 gets captain. And I think we're good. Teams will get in here slowly but surely. And Houdini, by the way, responded with Vala Heart Eyes. Luna. Bandit's slightly snoring and it's very adorable. Teams are Shredded Wind. I think you need to change your name to Butted Wind. I can tell when I'm not wanted. You're very much wanted. You're wanted here. Thanks for coming by. It's on an NCBI site. Never again will this team be the same. No, of course not. Hat someone else, not me. Savo. Okay. Set captain. Okay. That awkward moment when you hit too many Ks and you're responding to someone. All right, so they said R and they said R. Okay. Spooky Worm. All right. We're here. We're ready to go. Let's get into this. Game number 2. Let's find out who is going to be taking this. Will the members of Anti-Clan Association be able to take this in a 2-0 fashion, or will Chicken Nuggets be able to take us to a game 3? Let's find out. Find on out. Dear Lord. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. I have survived the water epidemic of 2009. I don't know. I did my best. Anyways, we're KK. Yes, exactly, Shredded Wind. We are going to be on Tomb of the Spider Queen here with the members of Anti-Clan Association up 1, and Chicken Nuggets trying to take us to game 3. And I'm sure you're all itching to find out, wait a minute, how are we on Tomb of the Spider Queen? It's okay. It's okay. Sit back down. I got you. You don't have to yell at the TV that loud. We have the members of Chicken Nuggets, Anti-Clan Association lost the coin flip. That gives map pick priority over to the opposing side. They themselves ban out Sky Temple and Braxis Holdout. Chicken Nugget is going to be banning out Cursed Hollow as well as Volskaya. They'll pick up Infernal Shrines as the first map, and that was won by the members of Anti-Clan Association. As the losing team, Chicken Nugget has the choice. Chicken Nuggets has the choice of map pick or first pick. They're going to decide map and take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's go ahead and get back into our draft and find out what we get here, as we have a Sylvanas going to be banned out, as well as a Junkrat respect ban right there. Not wanting to deal with his pressure, his nuisance, as well as his rotational value and just vision that he actually can provide with the Seal Trap, as well as the Concussion Mine between rotations. Joanna will be the ban out on the right-hand side, which doesn't surprise me too much. Once again, going to be going for the Uther main tank on the side of Anti-Clown Association. On the right-hand side, do they pick up an early Decker Cane is the question. Are they going to try and do healing mitigation through the Decker Cane with the Emerald and the Haragic Cube? I know it's not the longest, it's not the quickest way, because I believe it's a 45-second cooldown, but still, you are mitigating healing roughly every team fight, maybe every other team fight, or maybe a little bit into it. What would it take for Bahamut to shave his beard this season? Pay off my mortgage. I no longer have to work a steady job, and I can stream whenever I feel like it. There you go. Do that, and I'll shave my beard. No, I won't. T-Full, how you doing, bud? Mal'Ganis will be picked up here on the right-hand side, as well as Aria. We have Uther, Stukov, and Maev picked up on the left-hand side. I want to make sure of something really quickly. Bahamut wants us to ride trains moving forward. He said so. Yes. People are already pinging their teams saying no non-train mounted teams. Sorry, I need to check something really quickly, because Mal'Ganis was picked up, and I believe that there is a ban onto something. The talent one, man, is no bug. Don't forget that winged guard is banned for Mel. Please, Gannis. All right, sorry. I just want to make sure that we don't have to like. I just don't want like a game to end in a DC or something like that. That beard though, Pog Slide. Day. That would be worth it, but it's a lot. Yeah. What's up, Blonde Duchess? How you doing, friend? Retire and grow a super beard. Yeah. Level 1 talent, the Arbor one. Level 1 block talent is banned. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're responding with Okay, good. It's actually the player as well. I don't want things to end in a DC because that's not fun for me. It's not fun for teams. It's not fun for you, and that's why we're here. We're mostly here for all of you, but I guess the teams are. Everyone brings value to the table. Raynor and Dahaka going to be picked up here on the right-hand side. Dahaka not a big staple we see often, but it looks like they're going to be trying to control the solo lane with that one right there. Speaking of solo lane, they are going to be needing something for that on the side of Anti-Clan Association. That's going to be Kael'thas picked up for wave clear between rotations and Imperius for the solo lane. So going to be still going for this bruisery solo lane instead of going for something like a Malthael for some extra damage or into the Dahaka or anything like that. They want to have at least a little front-liney-ish unit so that way they can cycle the Uther in and out with the Imperius. I like that. I like that a lot. It showed well in the last game with the Blaze. Last pick, though, coming out. They need wave clear. They need way more wave clear on the side of Chicken Nuggets. Jaina? Oh, actually, Kira. I was thinking the Jaina because it would pair into the Raynor with the Ace in the Hole at level 1, then you also have her Frostbite baseline. Glad to catch stream, been lurking. Thank you so much, Blonde Duchess. I appreciate that. The boss wins the map? Kinda, sorta, not always. I want this game to end in a tie, to be honest. I want the game to end in a third-party win. Yeah, it just says caster wins. They insta-kill everyone? That'd be terrifying, Selexia. All right, so let's break down this draft a little bit. The Kira's the outlier, I would say, on the side of Chicken Nuggets draft, mostly because I'm curious to see how it's going to pair into this. Once again, I personally think their wave clear is very, very lackluster. Between the Mal'Ganis, Raynor, and all of them, yeah, they can clear waves, but you're going up against a Kael'thas, Maiev, right there. Like right there, that's already a ton of wave clear going up against you. Dahaka could make rotations out, but they're going to need to be in that bottom lane up against Imperius consistently. If I were to give this draft over to one team or the other, I'm leaning into Anti-Clan Association. Names aside, last game aside, purely based on draft, what map we're going to, that's who I give it over to. But let's go ahead and find out who's going to be able to take game number 2. On the left-hand side, Anti-Clan Association. Got Filth will be on the Maiev. Quantum on the Uther, Ray on the Imperius, Savo on the Stukov, and Jet on the Kael'thas.
Battle begins in.
Excuse me, sorry, I just sneezed. I was trying to hold it that entire time. Anyways, Chicken Nuggets on the right-hand side. Home Stables is going to be on the Mal'Ganis, Houdini on the Raynor, August on the Ariel, Etan on the Kira, and Drunk Dwarf on the Dahaka. Time to feed at level 1 for the Mal'Ganis. I want to check one thing, or not check, but I just want to order some things on my other monitor really quickly so I can see them better. Celestial Charge under the Raynor, the Silence is going to be underneath that as well. That's a great combo. Ray in a bit of a rough spot. They have no way to get out of this. The poison damage is going to be, it's not going to be enough as they have some good healing between the the Stukov and the Uther. I don't know why I looked at Maiev and I was like, yeah, they're going to be healing up the friendly team with damage to the opposing. Really good follow-up stun for the Umbral Bind as they're trying to just get a combo on one, looking for a first kill early. Not going to be able to find it, so the rotations will begin between lanes. Let's go ahead and just peek at our solo lane matchup right now between Dahaka. Actually, sorry, I keep seeing Maiev so deep into the enemy team backline that I'm just like, are you going to get picked off? How aggressive are you going to be playing into this? Uther is going to be going into the Silver Touch at level 1. Just be able to show this. There we go. So no Hammer of the Lightbringer, which is odd because typically main tanks Uthers, this is what I see. Actually, I wouldn't say typical because it changes. It really changes from player to player. This time we managed to drink water without dying, so thank you. Congratulations to me. It's hard to cheer for one because on one hand I love chicken nuggets, on the other I hate clowns. Maiev will get picked off there to the Kira, and I said that I wasn't sure about it, but that clear is cleaning up as Quantum takes too much damage. They end up getting picked off, or excuse me, They end up losing their camp, having to hearth back in this bottom lane. Imperius is doing their best just to keep the experience flowing in for the friendly team, but with the 2 kills they just got, they're going to jump ahead by about a level, and they'll be looking at 4 talent tier. No turn-in just yet. They still need another 30 gems on the side of Chicken Nuggets. Anti-Clan Association sitting a little bit further back, but still shouldn't be having too much of a tough time trying to bring back these gems and close that deficit between the 2 teams. Gonna turn a couple here, as you can see 9 already going in. Are they looking to make a rotation into bottom lane to try and help out? Just, that murky spray is so very good. Yo, Cookie, what's up? All right, side note. I know we're talking about random things in chat, and this is 2 Mil Spider Queen, so the rotations are a lot of the early game focus. We'll split off of this, but the one thing that oh wow, this Mal'Ganis is eating a whole lot of damage, and that's going to be a pick in favor for the members of Anti-Clan Association. I actually want to highlight this really quickly. I know we're on like 16 different tangents, but 2 early game kills yielded 673 experience. 1 slightly later game, I mean, we're talking minutes of a difference here, yielded just as much, like 100 and some less than the 2 kills. So it shows early game kills, while they do allow you to have a little bit more map pressure, you can see the experience is slowly closing due to the fact that you just had that 1 kill. Sorry, side note, I want to do an event where you do 5v5, you get a lobby and all of that good stuff going. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep wanting to talk about this thing, but we have so many people just constantly wanting to fight. Jet gonna be going down right there, as they don't have any sort of arcane barrier to keep them alive. Not enough healing coming out from Stukov and Uther as well. But they'll just split off. They got the kill, and they're like, cool, we'll push ourselves up in experience and rotate back. All right, technically you get 8 people because you have to have someone DC. So what happens is you get a Cho and Gall on both sides, and then the Cho player DCs. So that way, the AI is consistently controlling the Cho and the Cho Gall composition, and one player is just left to just be the assassin and not have any control. And I feel like that would be an absolute blast. Like, that would be a fun little event to cast. Thank you so much, Cookie. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy my casting. All right, that's my little rant and ramble. I want to that's something I want to do sometime soon. As I said, like, I have something planned for this Sunday. We got to finalize stuff and lock in our time. But then if this Sunday, like, if the event goes well this Sunday, then maybe we'll make this a staple thing, like once a month. Or either way, you'll find out soon. I just have to get people to confirm time, but that's not too hard, because I think we got about a day to be able to do that, and we should be good to go. Anyways, top lane push is going to be coming in. We do have 7 talents here in favor for the members of Chicken Nuggets, but Anti-Clan Association isn't too far behind themselves. They need a minion or 2 to find that 7 talent here. They're going to be able to do that. We actually see, is Pin Down? No, excuse me. I thought I saw Pin Down, but that's the actual questing talent. I think that actually might be at 4. Maiev will be able to blink right away from there, as this front gate's going to be going down from the top lane for Dahaka does get picked off in bottom lane from the Imperius. They also did have the Uther to help, so they do see a couple members down there, so they're going to try and capitalize. Clap on Maiev, going to be losing around 12 gems, maybe 11 right there. I think that's actually 11. I think those are 5s. But top lane fort to go down during the first Webweaver phase, that's actually really big for a team. Chicken Nuggets has a great advantage on this map because top lane is often where we do see a lot of teams end with a boss Webweaver combo, or even just a boss or a single Webweaver, so that is a lot of good value. I've had that happen to me. It was miserable. What's up, Selexia? Oh, you'll help me with it? Okay. I'll keep you, I'll ping you about it when I start organizing. We'll just get people from the community. Like, I feel like Weenus would be a blast to do this with as well, like have him on one of the teams. Mostly so I can just talk about his Asmodan. Even, like, it's good. Like, I'll be honest, I shame his Asmodan all the time, but it's actually really good. He does a great job with it, and he's a good boy. Anyways, 10 talent tier, around the corner for Chicken Nuggets. Might be able to try and play it even more aggressive. This has been a really good back and forth so far between the 2 teams. We can actually cycle through some of the numbers and get an idea of what those have looked like, but the Terranin, oh, Umbra Bind, the grapple into the wall right there. That's going to be the Vault of the Warden to actually drop Eaton on the wrong side of that revolve. We do have the Dahaka that did brush truck up here. Oh, the Godfeld needs to get out. They blink out with the Spirit of Vengeance, and they disengage right there, but that was very, very risky. Ooh. Bottom lane does have Siege Giants coming in as well. This seems like, not like it's out of control by any means, but it seems like the members of Chicken Nuggets have been starting to bring it back in this game number 2. They almost figured out the enemy team. They're like, all right, well, we kind of know how to deal with your Uther at this point. Like, you're gonna try and dive, single target, blow them up. But if we just keep rotating and putting you in awkward positions, like kind of like how this one is right now, well, you're gonna constantly stagger out deaths, and we're gonna be able to then siege in through the lane. Gonna drop a few gems on Imperius, not too many. During that time, they actually could look for a turn in here on the side of Anti-Clan Association. They only need 10 gems, and that's between the Uther or the Kael'thas. We'll be able to turn that in for them. Oh, I believe we were looking at other numbers. My apologies, team. That's the APM. Well, there we go. I was showing the wrong set. I was like, oh, we can show APM for a couple seconds. Tongue drag onto the Uther right there. So there's a lot of damage onto Mal'Ganis. Gets the Crystal Aegis. There's a Volta, or the Warden's Cage around all this as well. Massive shove into Carrion Swarm. Actually got triggered halfway through that. Eaton so very low is going to be able to make it out with some 300. Oh, Maiev wants it. I was going to call it Volta the Warden, but I was like, wait a minute. That's not the right one. No, Spirit of Vengeance. Volta the Warden's the self-cleanse, essentially. I want to do this. It sounds fun. Okay, Jinxie. I'll keep you in mind. I'll start writing down stuff for it and start organizing. Umbral Bind onto 2, but the well is going to be in the way. Ray is so very low, ends up going down. Imperius will be picked off from the Rainer, putting the Pepper in. Quantum very low as well. Healing Pushels on one of the players, but I don't think they have the availability to pop it. Kael'thas does go down as well. 2 for none, as they have just turned this Webweaver phase around in their favor. The well is going to be going down here for sure, but they're going to be able to save their fort in top. Mid lane got the front gate down right there, and bottom lane is just about to end as well. This is a lot of good pressure coming in so far, but it's going to be cleared out by the Dahaka. Death timers are a little bit on the lower side, so a lot of members are back up, but it's 2 to 7 in kills, 11 to 12 in levels, and we have another turn in here in setup for Chicken Nuggets. Stun onto Kira. Oh, if they had a self-cleanse right there, Divine Storm comes out and they still find the Kira kill. I guess there's your self-cleanse, the Divine Storm. And so, or not so much, but anyways, we are going to be seeing Carrion Storm coming out from the Mal'Ganis. They don't go for the turn-in just yet. Actually, what is the turn-in looking like? 20 on Mal'Ganis, so that makes sense why they were trying to dive onto them, trying to get the blow up onto them, trying to drop a majority of those gems. Kael'thas did finish the Mana Addict at level 1, means they have the Arcane Barrier, as well as they're sitting at a very, very high mana pool right now. 900 is going to be what is going to be the total that they have. They've been buffed up with 21 now. It's going to be 315, but still very strong showing from Kael'thas thus far. Grabbing those gems. That's a big, or not gems, regeneration globes. That's actually a big buff for them, because any sort of dive like we've been seeing from like the Dahaka into the backline, or Kira trying to get in there as well with the grapple or revolving sweep, that's really, really good to just be like, cool, I got a buff. I got 1,000 health essentially. I'll stay alive. It'll be around 1,000 once we actually get to the, like, it's like 25 stacks. Should be about 1,000 total. As the 13s are here, so they don't want to push in, but they're going to grab the Web Weavers. Excuse me, they don't want to push into the enemy side on the side of Anti-Clan Association, but Chicken Nuggets going to grab the Web Weaver face. Ray not getting hit into the wall from the Detainment Strike. Use the Celestial Charge to get over. Dahaka with the Tongue Drag onto one. Maiev goes in with the Warden's Cage as well. Isolation connecting onto said Maiev, who just kind of neanders their way out of this one. Divine Storm coming out from the Uther. Now Maiev is out of the isolation, so they're going to be trying to throw these Fan of Knives out, but they're getting very, very low as the Web Weavers do descend. Mid lane is already crashing on in, and that's an easy fort going down in their favor on the side. Oh, that's a very good Night Rush, but the Kael'thas Gravity Lapse is going to buy some time. Savo actually might be in a bit of a rough spot. They get pulled on in or pushed. No, it might have been Detainment Strike from the Ariel saving them right there. Ray getting very low, somehow living in all this as Stukov does get picked off from the Kira. This is everything you could want on the side of Chicken Nuggets. This is a 20-piece plus all the dipping sauces. Crystal Aegis going out onto the Mal'Ganis as they step further forward. That will be the Maiev able to get out of there. Ooh, this is a very, very out of position Kira, but they're gonna actually say, no, I'm cool. I got poison. Oh, fuck. No, Strike finds the kill onto Uther, and they go down. Bottom lane is gonna be losing a keep. Mid lane keep is already being assailed by this Web Weaver, which is still looking fairly healthy. About a third of its health on that one. Same thing with the one in bottom lane. Between the two, that's easily double keep. Are they looking to try and end? Oh, they're trying to triple keep on this? No, there's no way. But they have a mid lane Web Weaver, and they're going to step up onto core with this. With 16 talent tier in hand, they're looking to take us to a game 3, and if they can get the damage into the core, it'll be enough, but let's see if that actually happens here. A lot of damage onto Jet, who's trying to make it into the Hall of Storms, does go down. I think they did pop Arcane Barrier, but it won't be enough. Angelic Armament is used by Ray, but not going to be proc. Does go out onto one. There's a lot of damage onto Drunk Dwarf, who doesn't fall just yet. They actually get picked off right there. Warden's Cage coming out from the Maiev, 20-some% and falling here. August and friends are getting very low. This core, oh, the Mal'Ganis has enough damage, and they find core going down. We go to game 3. GG, well played. All right, while that happens, everyone, I need to run to the bathroom really quickly. We've been going for almost 3 hours straight, and I have not gotten up. So look at stats, look at talents. I'll be right back. Where chicken nuggets refuse to be devoured in this series? Exactly. What's the heat in the house right now? It feels very, very cold. Not now. I do not want to set up backups. Ah, that's why it's so cold. It kicked on to nighttime heat, which is no heat. I blinked and missed it. I blinked and butsed it. Yep. Butspot. Absolutely. All right, let's pull it on back to Bandit. God, those workhorses are just so good. It's so cute. Sorry, everybody. That Kira's hungry? Yeah, she was. All right, let's get a message out to the teams and figure out what we're doing next. So that one was won by Chicken Nuggets. So we will update their team score to reflect it, and then let's ask. I believe a Savo is my contact for them. First pick or map pick? Heroic chat. Just want to make sure I'm not missing stuff in other chats. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh! I'll make it. Oh, how's everybody's night? How was your Monday back after a long week of doing nothing and eating too much food? At least that's what mine was like. Yes, invite to game. Okay, cool. One by them. We're gonna be going to here, chosen by them, and it will be this one. So while we're getting everyone to lobby here, really quickly, sorry, I think, is it Jet? No, Savo, I think Savo had it last time. Anyways, oh, cool, and they're all joining in. Wait, Quantum, this feels wrong. No, E10's on the right. Okay, perfect. They're just joining in at the right moments. I love this. So if you are new to the stream, my name is Bahamut. I do a lot of casting for Heroes of the Storm. My schedule is typically Monday through Thursday. I try and start around 5 as best as I can. Some days I can't. Some days I just literally, the matches don't work out like that. Looking at my schedule from here, I know we have one game. I can't tell you what time it starts because I wrote it way too small on my calendar. But E10, I think, was the one who's supposed to have the hat. I think we're all set here for teams. So if you enjoy the Heroes of Storm content that I make, I highly suggest you follow. If you want to know when I'm going live, or if you want to follow me on other social medias, the Twitter you can find below is very good. I have a YouTube page as well, which now that we're in NGS season, the way they keep track of all their games for casters is by having us upload them into our YouTube, and then we make a playlist. So if you want to catch season 7, 6, 5, 4, like if you want to catch any of those old seasons of NGS, I got them on my YouTube page. These games will be going up. I try and do every other day, but we might set up a little bit of a backlog. We might wait a little bit for them to go out, so that way it just kind of... Actually, no, we won't do that, because then I can't submit them if they're not live. That was one thing that Jason and I talked about last season. So either way, they'll be popping up fairly quickly. And yeah, so if you missed them, that's definitely a good way to keep track. And if you want to join the Discord, I highly recommend that. There's a lot of good information there, as well as we joke around, and we never use everyone, and we never use here. We have both teams saying they're ready to go. I hope you're all ready for this. Let's go ahead and get into our final game of the evening. I forgot to push the button as I was doing my little transition cast thingy. But let's get into it. Game number 3. On the left-hand side, we have Anti-Clown Association. On the right is going to be Chicken Nuggets, both up 1 in our final best of 3 of the evening. Battlefield of Eternity will be the map of choice, and if you're sitting at home, you got yourself a delicious Dr. Pepper, and you're like, wait a minute, I had to get this Dr. Pepper. How did I get? It's okay. I got you. Anti-Clown Association will have the coin flip priority. They lost that. They ban out Sky Temple and Braxis Holdout. Map pick priority was chosen by the members of Chicken Nuggets, as Cursed Hollow and Volskaya Foundry banned out by them. Infernal Shrines was the first map chosen by them and lost. They opted for map pick priority in game number 2. Took us to Tomb of Spider Queen, looked very comfortable there. And now, game number 3, map choice of Anti-Clown Association is going to be Battlefield of Eternity. Let's go ahead, get on into our draft, and see what we get here, as the Ana is already banned out and Greymane on the left. Thank you for picking up the cast for me, by the way. Oh, my pleasure, Cat. Feel better, seriously. Who will be Anti-Clown Association who gets the last laugh? Yeah, exactly. No, it was my pleasure, Cat Beach. I'm glad. Blonde Butt Duchess. Okay, all right, Buttspot. Now you're kicking in. Of course you are. So I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything in chat. How can I support you if I'm broke and I have Amazon Prime? Wait. If I'm broke but I have Amazon Prime. Well, if you have Amazon Prime, there's this thing called subscribing with Twitch Prime. And if you'd like to support Bandit, you can definitely do that. Supporting the stream is not mandatory. It's welcomed. But if you, like, as I always say, if no one subbed, no one donated bits, people just showed up and watched games, I'm just as happy of a person that day too. I'm here to create content for the Heroes of Storm community and give you some wonderful casted games in the amateur and grassroots scene that we have. So, by no means should you feel forced or like you need to support the stream in any way. You just being here supports the stream, and that's what means the world to me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting, lurking, donating, subbing, following. You're all great people, and I love you all. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Mal'Ganis is going to be picked up on the right-hand side. We saw that they were very brawly in the last games, and on Battlefield of Eternity, it's a very good map to kind of brawl into the enemy side, but no Sylvanas ban in this game, so we will be seeing that first picked on the side of Anti-Clown Association with a Li Ming as well. Looking for that reset value as well as the aggression you can bring to the table with her. Oh my god, Carpe Felix! I forget that this is the announcement for it, or the...
This one's for Bandit less than 3.
Thank you so much, Carpe Felix. Thank you for the 420 bits. I love you all so much. Oh god, thank you, my friend. Kelser, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. All right, Tyrande, Genji gonna be picked up here on the right-hand side. Good aggression coming out from them. Very good. I like actually, Tyrande's very powerful here. I wonder why they went to the Genji, though. Genji's not the most... is not a very highly prioritized hero. Like, Maiev, I feel like, is prioritized more so over than Genji. Hanzo even over that, too. So, we'll see what this draft is looking like. I don't think that they tried to grab the Genji to deny the double reset composition, but that is something you could be running here. Either way, ban-wise coming out, I actually think you might get rid of Vala. Get rid of the race potential. They don't have a ton just yet. Actually gonna be Blaze, okay. Okay. Blaze banned out. Looks like they just don't want to deal with the same kind of, not same kind of composition, but a lot of the dive and blow up that we saw in Game Number 1. Uther was banned out as well, so no main tank from them. Gonna be a Garrosh with a Malfurion, okay.
Grant us strength.
But they still need a solo laner. Oh, is this Artanis? Because here's the thing. Looking at their composition, Sylvanas has decent race. Li Ming has good poke as well. Oh my god, Carpe Felis, thank you for gifting a sub to Cyric. Cyric, enjoy your gifted sub, your Asmapog. King of the Great Casting. Thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Enjoy your Gilded Beard, your Asmapog, your Finger Guns, and your Baja Rages. Jaina will be picked up here on the right with a Thrall to round out the solo lane. I really like that right there from them. I kind of wish the Genji was a Rainer instead because it might pair into the Jaina even with Ace in the hole or even Exterminator at level 1, but we'll see how the Genji works out for them. Last pick though coming out. I like the Artanis. It gives them race, it gives them solo lane. Into the Thrall, that would be still just as strong. Okay, okay. Let's see if we can drink water properly. Okay, cool. Rexar to round out the draft. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan of these drafts. God, that workhorse right there. I hope he sees this. I really, really hope he sees this. Looking at the two drafts though, same kind of thing. Names aside, teams aside, previous games aside, just map and what compositions are on the table. I lean into Chicken Nuggets draft a lot more here. The Genji is an outlier for me, but the Jaina and Thrall have so much damage, and you have the Tyrande with the buff as well. If Mal'Ganis can get in the backline and disrupt it, even like the Night Rush and stuff like that, and just set up the Jaina, that'll be enough for them. So I'm leaning into Chicken Nuggets here, but maybe that's just because I'm hungry. Let's go ahead and find out what's going to happen. Game number 3. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Anti-Clan Association. We are going to be having Ray on the Rexar, Quantum on the Garrosh, Jet going to be on the Sylvanas, Got Filth on the Li Ming, and Savo on the Malfurion. Why is Workhorse so small?
The battle begins in...
Have you not met him in person? He's just like a tiny little man. You have to hold him on your hand. He's a tiny little man. On the right hand side, we got Chicken Nuggets. Drunk Dwarf is going to be on the Thrall. We have Etan going to be on the Genji. In the bottom lane, Homestay is going to be on the Mal'Ganis. August on the Tyrande, and Houdini on the Jaina. Let's get into our bottom lane. Sentinel went out, and I don't know if it connected onto anyone, so we can't call GG just yet. Oh no, is Bandit clearly a normal size? Bandit is actually more like Clifford ask Cat Peach. Like, Bandit is about Clifford's size. Why is Bandit so big? That's actually a good point, Carpophilas. We do have Mal'Ganis diving in a really good Fellclaw connecting onto a couple. Banshees go out from the Sylvanas as well, but they don't end up getting this. I was actually afraid. I was like, does Sylvanas sleep after that? Because the Banshees went through the Mal'Ganis, but it's Banshee form, so no. That Haunting Wave will not be triggering the sleep onto her as they were in the Night Rush mode. But look at this Genji. I wonder if this is the reason we're seeing the Genji pickup, is just to try and dive into the top lane. But the issue, I know I'm like counterpointing myself, but that's solo casting, is I don't know if you're going to be able to get under this Rexar in time. And I say that, and I have to shut up, because First Blood goes over to the members of Chicken Nuggets, and that Genji rotation was strong. I mean, would you rather have a normal size Workhorse or two smaller ones? Vote too small. Bandit is the size of a house, exactly. The whole thing that you're seeing over there is actually it's this just side built thing that he has to like transition in and out of as a Bahamut. Cat Peach knows. F's out in chat because yeah, exactly. All right, let's see the bottom lane camp going to be pushed in right here. We are going to be also having a lot of damage on the Quantum, but I was looking to see if the Night Rush would have connected onto them, but they didn't have enough follow-up on top of that. Meanwhile, in the top lane, look at Ray now. This is what happens when you get ganked by a Genji. You're like, all right, well, Misha's going to scout for me, and I'm going to auto-attack the wave here and there and just kind of passively soak this Genji. Once again, sharking on up here. cue the Jaws music as they dive in, but there's no way there's following up. They didn't wait for Drunk Dwarf, so they didn't have that follow-up route from the Feral Spirit, I believe is the name. So since they didn't have that initial lockdown like last time, and now Genji has to neander back out. But we do have our announcement for the Immortal in the next 7 seconds. Bruiser Camp should be grabbed on both sides, as you already see that on the left. What did Sylvanas go into level 1? Might of the Banshee Queen, so she's just looking for that percentage-based damage. No, I'm wrong on that. That's the other one. That's not Unfurling Shadows. I'm blanking on the name completely, but this is spell power rather than percentage-based damage. We got 4 talent tiers up on both sides. Thrall in top lane pushing us back a little bit. Li Ming and friends are rotating in. Drunk Dwarf, are you going to get caught out of position here? Oh, there's no way you make it out of that one. You have Wind Fury. They're going to try and proc Frostwolf Resilience as much as possible. Do you have another Feral Spirit? Don't need it. They're going to be going down. Mal'Ganis tries to rotate in. Got it. Looking at Got Filth, but where's the dive from? There's going to be Genji. Night Rush came out. A little bit of burst from the Jaina as well with the Blizzard, but that, like, where's the follow-up damage that you need? And unfortunately, it's not going to be there. Bottom lane, Shaman Camp going to be pushing in. If these things left uncontested, we'll take down a fort. We'll take down your heap and go straight to core. They won't end the game because they do step into the... Oh, that's really, really good. When the Shaman actually gets targeted by the 2 towers, that speeds things up quite a bit. Top lane Shaman still up and available, sitting around a 3rd health, and Rex are going to be trying to clear that out. While that's happening, there's going to be the Immortal race coming out in favor for the members of Anti-Clan Association as Jet gets the Haunting Wave right out of there. This is going to be Gotfilth trying to poke in as well. Defense coming out, but this will be halfway phase in favor for the members of Anti-Clan Association. Quantum taking so much damage, this is going to be Eaton trying to find a reset into a Swift Strike, but they don't actually... I think they actually had to use it to disengage, but that's so much damage spread around. Taranda's going to be going down this engagement. They're looking at Drunk Dwarf. There was a reset for Li Ming when it came to her abilities. Oh, this Mal'Ganis is getting chased. Do you have a blink? No. She doesn't use the teleport. They back off, and they just turn around and say, the race is more important. Sylvanas, go ahead and do that. We're going to find a Jaina kill. Actually, I'm going to come back here and just help out race. And that is going to be first Immortal phase going over to the members of Anti-Clan Association. Would you rather have 1 workhorse-sized bandit or 2 bandit-sized workhorses? 2 bandit-sized workhorses so I can have 2 nervous boys running around? But they'd probably be like best friends, gonna be like, you're nervous, I'm nervous, let's be nervous together, and then they won't be so nervous. That's my dog logic right there. Top lane is going to be getting pushed in. Ooh, that Misha Bear getting picked off right there. Genji tries to dive onto Ray. Now, the single target damage between the 2 of them, obviously, I think Eton would win in that 1v1 situation, so Ray recognizes and just has to back off. Bottom lane is going to be split pushed out by the enemy side, and I like this value they're bringing to the table. They may not get a fort in top lane, but they should be able to confirm this in bottom. Sylvanas should have her trait up and available. You'll see the wings, or kind of that Banshee Queen form come out from her. Actually throws the Haunting Wave backwards, doesn't trigger it, stays here, will continue to fight out. That's going to be a good Night Rush onto 1. They toss the Sylvanas out of there with the Garrosh, trying to just keep their friendly members alive. Alive? Allie? 5, thank you for... I agree. Jaina does have some of the best tins. She actually has she has so many skins in this game. Same thing with like Li Ming. But her arm is messed up? What do you mean? Jaina, stop moving. Well, how's her arm messed up? Misha gets picked off right there by the Genji. Bottom lane camp was zoned away with the root right there. 10 talent here is going to be rounding the corner for both sides, so let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers as well. Okay, sorry, I'm just catching up on chat, making sure I'm not missing anything. Mal'Ganis diving in. Root comes out from the Malfurion, but I think this is more or less a zoning route than anything else, just so they don't step up. Sylvanas did go into Mercenary Queen at level 4. That's why you're seeing that kind of golden haze, or that reddish golden haze around some of these units. That is the buff from the Mercenary Queen. Quantum looking for a toss does go out onto the Mal'Ganis, who ends up diving around into the backline. So that they were thinking about it for a second. They're like, if I toss this, this is where they want to be. Groundbreaker once again, self-cleanse, or excuse me, they use the Indomitable. Not looking for another toss, because I think that's still on like a 10-second cooldown. Cleanse comes out from Malfurion as well, but they end up getting picked off. Garrosh could have made it out of there, but unfortunately they were just kind of meandering backwards a little too slow. And we do have bottom lane fort still up and available, still up and alive at 900 health. 901 if you want to be specific, and this one about 10 times more healthy.
You and all your servants in hell will cower before me.
OP Sentinel. This is just race between the two teams at this point, is it not? Yeah. This is perfect time for water.
It is time for a change in strategy.
Alrighty. 10's up on both sides. Genji getting experience in bottom lane. This is going to be defensive for both sides as well. Genji should be able to solidify the 10 down here. Rexar trying to do the exact same thing. They back off and they grab their own bruiser camp on the right. Same thing going to be done on the left. But we're back. Oops. I meant to shift Z. We're back to kind of just this posturing, this standstill, if you will. Let's actually pull away the talents because we can see the 10s as they do pop up across the top. Starfall from the Tyrande. Water Elemental from the Jaina as well. They want some extra sustained damage, and they're also going to be able to poke out with this. They're working on this Immortal during this entire phase as Eton's trying to dive into the backline, has the agility over the wall. Houdini is pushing a little bit onto this objective. Sorry, I'm just confused by the Wailing Arrow right there because there was just no follow-up, but they still find the Mal'Ganis. Toss goes out onto the Misha Bear with the charge right through the Anti-Clan Association, popping off with a wave of force. We'll be able to get the kill onto the Jaina. That's 3 for none. That toss onto the Misha Bear toss with charge. Ooh, that was just dirty. That was just absolutely dirty. Yeah, Drunk Dwarf and need to get out of here. We do have the Shaman camp and bottom lane pushing on up, and as long as the towers don't, as long as the towers don't target the Shaman, it's just gonna be a little bit of a faster, or it'll be a longer wave clear for Mal'Ganis if they weren't. So it's just one of those things that it just kind of sped that up because Mal'Ganis is, as I said, not the quickest wave clear, but still can manage in a sense. Sylvanas will use trait to lock down this tower to push this in a little bit faster. I'm waiting with bated breath here. Who's gonna step up? Who's gonna be a little too aggressive? Warlord's challenge comes out. It actually pulls the Genji back in as they swift strike right through that. Front gate's going down. Immortal's going down to about half its health and faster than that. I think they're just gonna confirm the front gate and then back off. Yeah, you can actually see that happening right there. That's good siege. That's as much siege as you need to get. Mal'Ganis is trying to chase this out with the Water Elemental as well. Gonna be tossing them away. Eton dives out with the swift strike. Quantum in a bit of a rough spot, but I think they should be able to make it out of here just fine. Drunk Dwarf over on the right-hand side, or in the bottom of our screen, trying to push onto Got Filth. There's the physical split with the Sunder. They find a kill onto Garrosh. That's actually huge for them. Swift Strike's coming through. X-Strike on top of it. Malfurion going to be going down. Ray getting very low, gets picked off as well. It's a 3 for none, and that is a very strong chase for the members of Chicken Nuggets. What's up with the Anti-Clan Association roster? The Dude Abides messaged me the information earlier, but we were halfway through the draft, so I didn't read it all, but yes, people couldn't play game 1 for the season. God, these Sentinels, hello? August on these Sentinels, dear Lord. Yeah. The Dude Abides, yeah, it was something to do with people not being able to play a game, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't want to harp on something like that. Ooh, that's a very good Night Rush coming out. The Haunting Wave out. Li Ming still goes down, Swift Strike through, looking for the deflect, gets the agility, but they end up going down. Oh, the Genji play. You had a YouTube moment, but unfortunately it's just the squishing noise at the end right there. If anyone watches the WTF moments, it's that. You know that exact squishing noise that they use for the WTF moments on YouTube. So there you go. What did you do? They told one of the mods that they're a butt, and then they doubled down by calling them a double butt. I don't know. I have no idea. That's the reason I didn't really bring it up, because it's just it's pointless. It's drama. It's whatever. We're not here for that. We're here to just cast games. Thank you, Kaleo. You have a good night as well. Thanks for coming by, bud. Huge Warlord's challenge. There's going to be a Starfall on top of all this. There's a root from Malfurion as well. Silence out onto Drunk Dwarf. There was a Wailing Arrow. That's also going to be Garrosh getting very low right there. Li Ming gets picked off. Swift Strikes are coming through. Eton and Jet are just 1v1ing right now. There's the deflect. Can they get away? Just with some 70 health. Jaina's still putting in damage. Houdini's just all right, well, if you guys want to fight, I'll just dump damage on top of this Immortal and take that right there. Mara, how you doing? Good games earlier. Sorry I destroyed your name. I was support player. Oh, I did not, I knew, excuse me. I didn't think you were. I don't know. That was, I don't know what I was trying to say. My brain's apparently turning to mush. Today's been a long day. Anyways. Taunt goes out. They're trying to follow up onto this Mal'Ganis, but there's just not enough damage. The rest of the team has rotated in as well. Wailing Arrow, or excuse me, Banshee's forward, Haunting Wave. E10's getting very low. They're trying to back out of here. That's going to be the Immortal still in bottom lane, spawning in favor for the members of our red team, but they're trying to turn this around. They're trying to say, well, if you get Immortal, that's whatever. We want to be able to stagger out of death so that way you can't siege in with this, and that's exactly the case. But still, I mean, they have the Immortal, which could kind of take the place of their main tank, so we can see them potentially stepping up with that one right there. Brand Flakes, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, but Marmara, I believe that's the correct way to say it, and I said it wrong the entire time. It was very good games earlier. I'm glad I got to cast your games. And also, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bandit has rejoined us. He got some water. You a little parched there, bud? Yeah. 16's up in just a second for both sides. I'm skimming through some of the talents. Majority of the questing talents have been finished. The only thing that isn't done is the baseline for Jaina. Needs another 2,000-ish, 3,000-ish. Damage into the enemy team to be able to get that ice block. Also, they have the Lunar Blaze from Tyrande halfway done. I believe it's 20 stacks total to be able to get the extra damage. But the baseline is the big thing, is the 30% range increase with the Lunar Flare. You can be very aggressive with that. That's a weird sentence, like you can be aggressive with it, but it just means that you're able to get further lockdown into the backline so that Mal'Ganis can step up as well as Genji on top of it. Sentinel coming through. Let's actually jump over the red vision because we haven't highlighted vision whatsoever. Hold on, okay. So I just want to make sure I wasn't cycling through other numbers because it does pull away all the numbers in the bottom lane, or in the bottom of our screen. Speaking of bottom lane, camp is going to be coming in with the Impaler camp coming in through bottom lane. It will need to be managed. Top lane has 2 camps coming in through there as well. They're going to rotate in here. Misha Bear was kind of anchoring and showing where the enemy team was coming on in, so they know that they're trying to push up this top lane. Genji and friends looking to open up this front gate. Next Immortal will be spawning here in the next 20-some seconds. I don't think they get more than the front gate here. Drunk Dwarf Hearthing. I think it's to deal with... It was either a bait to try and get some damage thrown towards them or to literally go deal with bottom lane. Seems like it was just more of a bait than anything else. Toss goes out onto Mal'Ganis. They do have Carry and Swarm, so they're going to pop that instantaneously. The fight is going to be breaking out as Filth is going to be able to blink right over the wall right there. We do have these towers that do deal damage. You need to make sure that you're not going to step up into those, but the team fight is so split that Malfurion ends up going down over here in the top portion of our lane. Ray is going to be trying to push the enemy team away. Sundering comes out, speaking of pushing people away. They're going to take a keep here. Malfurion down for 30 seconds. I don't think they try and end, but their posturing looks like they want to. No. Not sorry. Thrall stepping up. That was just to finish out Thunderstorm at level 16. I'm very happy. It was my first time playing competitive. Oh my god, and you won. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Garrosh goes down right there. Genji's going to Swift Strike away, just disengaging from the fight. They stagger out of death and they go, cool, let's go ahead and grab ourselves this Immortal. Now, bottom lane has had this Impaler camp the entire time. So they're saying, our keep is whatever. We want to get this Immortal. Now, Immortal will not be going through top lane. It is going to be going through bottom lane. Oh, look at that little Tespa. Look at that little Tespa. Thrall does go back to clear this out, so bottom lane keep isn't going down. But if they're able to get this, it will go to the more well-defended lane. So it's going to go through this. This is pretty much forfeit if they are able to grab it. It's the bottom lane keep that it will be the most interesting defense because of the fact that we have the Garrosh coming back in the next 7 seconds. Whew. Thrall's back for the engagement. Water Elemental's going to be popped. We do have a stun connecting onto 2 of the players, but I think they're just like, you know what, we give this over and we set up for the defense. Sylvanas doing a little bit of work trying to take down that shielding, but I think they're just like back off, set up, and go for the next, or go for the defense during the objective. We do have the catapult pressure coming in. Thrall's going to manage that really quickly. We're going to look through some of the other numbers as well. Ooh, Warlord's Challenge onto this Mal'Ganis. Can they get the Carry and Swarm in time? No, the Night Rush is going to be enough. I can't believe they didn't pop Carry and Swarm. It was up and available, but hey, either way, they're going to be able to make it alive and still have their heroic. They'll get some healing out from the friendly team. Oh, they need to make sure they're not stepping up in this engagement as they do lose the Misha Bear on the left-hand side. As I said, the fort is pretty much moot or given over at this point. Forfeit. That's the word I'm looking for. We've lost every match. Lazy Hydra. We know Night Rush coming in here, carrying Swarm with barely any health. That was like the most... That was such a close moment for the Mal'Ganis, as Gottfeld was trying to find a reset off of them. Gonna be playing into the backline, needs some healing out. E10's gonna be diving out. Deflect is gonna be out as well. A lot of damage thrown onto them from the Sylvanas, but this Immortal still actually just loses its shielding, which means it moves into melee range. This Li Ming, though, is a big threat they need to be worried about because some of these members are so low that one kill could be the snowball of resets that Li Ming needs, and they're trying to find it right there as Genji dives out. Gottfeld has the blink. Genji doesn't step up because there are the towers right there dealing damage. The top lane keep goes down, or excuse me, the bottom lane keep goes down as top lane is already out as well. The members of Chicken Nuggets playing this on their terms, I would say. I liked how in the second game everyone was rooting for Kel'Thuzad. Of course they were. When you get whenever you get like a hero like that, I feel like a lot of people root for them because it's the power spike that makes them so enticing. Especially on like a casting and observing side, you can see the dynamic shift coming out from a team when they get that scaling, when they get that power. So it's the same thing like Nazeebo. Like the post 20 fight with a Nazeebo team is completely different than any other fight that you're going to get in the game because of the fact of how aggressive Nazeebo can be and how much damage they put out. X-Strike will be getting onto the Garrosh. No reset with the living weapon because they didn't have 20 just yet, but as they do pick it up right there, Ray going to be going down. It's reset city for this Genji, and they are just popping off as that will be Li Ming going down as well. Jet going to get over the wall, but they end up going down there trying to get the Wailing Arrow value. With 5 members down, they quickly rotate to bottom because, well, top lane's probably not the best idea, but bottom lane's got a couple catapults stacked up and a minion wave already stepping up here. High risk, high reward, exactly.
A hero has left the battle.
Exactly.
Team's core is under attack.
Core is going to be falling here, and it looks like the members of Chicken Nuggets, they are going to be taking game number 3, and basically, I would say, our second reverse sweep of the evening. In both best of 3s so far, game 1 looked really strong for one team. Game 2 and 3 really started to bring it back. Chicken Nuggets takes it. GG. Well played. Get that dipping sauce. All right, everyone. Don't go anywhere. We got an interview. Potentially, and then we gotta talk about stream for tomorrow. Because I need to apologize to 2 people. Specifically, Kaimo Tripson and Carpe Felis. Actually, all of Gilly Shark, really, and Carpe Felis. I won't be doing your replays. I know I pinged you today, and I said I would, but we ended up picking up this heroic game at the last minute. So for tomorrow, we'll be shifting them over to that day. So we will be having... So we have another Division B East game. I think tomorrow night we're going to open up with some replays, and then we'll get into the Division B East matchup, and then we'll try and find something for after that as well. But lots of fun, lots of good games this evening. Thank you all so much for hanging out, but don't go anywhere. We're gonna get a quick interview, and then we're gonna host them over, and we're also gonna talk about tomorrow's stream on top of all that. So let me go ahead and message. Let me find out if one player wants to do interview. Sweet and sour finish. Alrighty, let's pull it on back to Workhorse Bandit and I. Alright, there's that. Let me get into a voice channel. And yeah. Yeah, what's up, Legacy? How you doing, friend? Bum, 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 bum. Who is streaming Here's the Storm? It does not have many viewers. Ooh, or we can watch God of War with Sharky. Heroes or God of War? Let me know what you all want while we do this interview. I am going to be joined at this time by Houdini. Congratulations on your Game 3 victory. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good after that first match.
So let's talk about Game 1. Game 1, I wouldn't say was decisive, but they had a lot of really, really good plays consistently into you. What was the shift from Game 1 to Game 2 that really started to bring the momentum for your friendly team? Was it map? Was it draft?
It was mostly just proper execution of our comp.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
If that's all it is, that's perfect. But so going into game number 2, what was the mentality that you kind of had? Was it just like, all right, game 1 was a wash, like we learn a little bit from our enemy team, but then we adjust from there? Like, can you talk? Because like this is, we're heroic division. You all are very, very talented and skilled players. Like, how do you kind of bounce back after a loss? Because it's never easy.
I mean, there was a little bit of arguing because there were some misplays in the mid game, but we just executed that comp the wrong way, so we're just gonna pick something that suits our style more, and then we just take it from there.
I gotta say I loved it. Now going into the final map, Battlefield of Eternity, that was your map pick. Is this a comfort map? Did you have something in mind with the draft? I know I'm kind of asking for secrets of the team, but just on the surface level, was it just comfort? Was it just momentum? Can you talk about Game 3 map choice?
That was actually their map pick. We had first pick, but
You were completely right. I read that backwards. My mistake, friend. I looked at it and I was like, cool. All right, next question. But yeah, no. So they go into this first pick. The Genji, actually, that was the second thing I wanted to follow up with. Genji is not a hero we've seen prioritized whatsoever, if much. Can you talk a little bit about that? Was that just like, all right, we just need to execute like kind of like early in the game where you got that Rexar pickup? Was that the mentality? Just like get them low, have Genji follow up, and then just snowball essentially?
yeah, Genji's really good on the map because if you just hide it, like let's say you just hide in fog, right? Bottom lane, they don't know where you are, so they have to pay respect to you. So if we're trading top lane, Genji can just like kill whenever he wants, basically.
That's true. Like you almost like there was a couple times when I believe it was Drunk Dwarf on the Thrall. Like the first one was perfect because they caught them with the Feral Spirit, then they followed up and dove in, and then they almost got it the second time, but they just didn't have that Feral Spirit in time. So was it just a lot of those kind of moments where it was like, all right, Rexar's too far forward, rotate to top?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, going back to draft, like the first two picks are kind of weak versus Genji, I would say. I don't know. Like, no, E10 has the mechanics, so he's like kind of want Genji here because like their picks are like their picks are easy for me to play into, so we just pick Genji.
Hey, no, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you have to trust your Genji player at that point. So I like it a lot. The communication shows, the way you can bounce back really shows, and overall it was an amazing night of games from you all. But before I let you run out of here, any shout outs that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
Shout out to my team. We played pretty well after misplaying in the first game. That's it.
That's it. Well, thank you for the games. Congratulations on your victory, and I can't wait to see you further down in the Nexus Gaming series.